This is the Mason City Toro podcast. I am Joe Malone, and joining me, the head coach of the Mason City Toros, Nick Bruneteau. Coach, an exciting weekend for the Toros. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Joe.
It was a high-octane offensive weekend as the Toros were up facing the Minnesota Loons. 12-2 final score on Friday, and then 8-0 on Saturday. Which one was your favorite of the weekend?
Well, I think the second one. I think it was a much better defensive performance, much more complete performance on Saturday. Thought we did a few more things, limited their odd man rushes, and helped out Chafe a little bit more than we might have done with Carlson on Friday. So definitely the Saturday game.
Well, they were both fun to keep track of. 12-2, we'll start with that one on Friday night. You had 5 players record 2 goals apiece. Cullen Hogan, Colin Hedlund, Jack Campion, Luke Robertson, Carter Newpower, all with a pair of goals. As a matter of fact, everybody that was getting involved on the offensive end, except for Owen Carlson, he was the only person not to record a goal or an assist for the Toros that took the ice that night. I think that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, luckily we don't rely on Owen for his offense, but it was pretty cool. It was great for our guys to kind of distribute it out and everybody get involved in the action. But I don't think I've ever seen at any level that I've been a part of hockey have 5 guys with 2 goals. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, it was just great for everybody to produce, everybody to get in on the action. So good weekend overall.
Now, how does the team react to a performance like that? Like, what's the mood in the locker room, or maybe, the next morning as you're getting ready for the Saturday night contest? Or are people kind of riding a wave of positive energy after everybody's making a contribution?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's almost a little of a trap. It creates that vibe and that feeling of things are easy. And if you look back on our past 2 series with the Loons, coming out of that second game, I didn't think our intensity matched with the first game. And I think, coming out of the Loons weekends, we've dropped 2 games. We came out of it in our 2 previous times. So I think that was the focus on Saturday. And myself and I think, Marquise Cotton, our assistant coach, that was the message to the guys Saturday night. Saturday's game's not about the Loons. Saturday's game's about getting ready for Rochester. Everything in that game dictates how we come out against Rochester on Friday. So I think the guys got the message and answered extremely well, especially the second and third period. And hopefully we can continue that and carry that momentum into this weekend.
Yeah, just touch more on Saturday. 8-0. You said that was your favorite of the 2 games of the weekend. Carter Newpower recording 2 goals again, so 4-goal weekend for him. And this number jumped out at me. 72-13 was the shot differential between the Toros and the Loons. And quick math, that's like 5-1, 6-1 shots or something like that. That's pretty impressive right there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was good. And we talked to our guys, too, about puck possession. So, I mean, that stat even jumps out even more because, our guys are told, don't shoot to shoot. If there's no traffic, there's no bodies there, we're going from full possession to now possibly 50-50 possession with no, real opportunity to score a goal. So puck possession is always key with our group, but you see those shots. I don't even think it does it justice. I think a lot of those shots were grade A's, a lot of odd man rushes, a lot of 2-on-1s. So I think it makes it even, more important that stat that you gave us. So it was a good weekend though.
Now, you mentioned Rochester. Obviously, something you were thinking about this weekend and this week, getting ready to head to Rochester on Friday night, host Rochester on Sunday night at the Mason City Arena. You've already faced the Grizzlies twice this season, and I think it was a 5-2 Grizzly win and a 9-4 Grizzly win. What do you need to do different? What does the team need to do to get positive results against Rochester?
Well, I think it's a completely different lineup, different roster than last time we played them, and that's something we're super excited about. I remember when we left that second game against Rochester in Rochester, we talked to the group and we made it very clear that the next time around we play them, whether we get the results we want, the games will be very different. And I'm happy with our additions we've made. We had 2 new players come in this week, Matt Kochanowski and Drake Adams. They're both big additions. And, if you look look at those games we played earlier in the year, we had 10 forwards dressed up, in a beat-up lineup, and we've added a lot of new players. So I think it'll be a different game in itself right there. That's not to say they haven't done the same thing. They've added new players. They've gotten better just as we have. So I think it'll be a good benchmark test to see, who's improved, how much each team has gotten better, and where each other stands kind of going into that second half of the season.
Well, a lot of tough contests coming up during the month of December. Not only Rochester this weekend, and I'm sure we can talk more about this next week, but the matchups that you have for the showcase, you're really going to see what this team's made of in the month of December.
Big time. And it's one of those things where we're obviously a very confident group, and I think our division's very confident. I think we view things as maybe, in college football terms, maybe our division's a little bit more like the SEC. I think there's a lot more parity in our division compared to elsewhere. So, it doesn't, that's not saying the other divisions aren't good or there's not good players or good teams. We know there's good teams. There's a lot of teams that haven't lost a game yet, but those are exactly the teams we want to play. So we're actually happy with our draw. I think that's who the guys wanted to play. I know that's who the coaches wanted to play. So we had, I think we play Gillette, who's got one or two losses right now. Northeast has zero losses, and Oregon's been a very good team, second in their division with maybe 4 or 5 losses. So, like you said, all 3 of those games, plus you throw in the 2 Rochester, Wilmer game, going to be huge tests for us. But you want to play the best teams, and I think that's why all these players wanted to play here in Mason City, is because they knew that's who we normally get, that's who we want to get.
Now, going back to your college football analogy, I'm just thinking, what would be the Big Ten equivalent? Would that be like dump and chase, where it's just play defense and punt? Or what? How would the Big Ten translate into hockey? I don't know. I like the reference though. I do. Now, one thing to point out, on Sunday night, that game against Rochester at the Mason City Arena is Toys for Tots night with the Toros. Donate a toy, you get in for just $5, and kids get in free. So hopefully people take advantage of that and come out and see what should be an amazing hockey game on Sunday night.
Yeah, definitely. We want to get as many fans as we can, and like you said, that's a great deal for people to come out here and support us, and our kids deserve it. Like, they work so hard, and so we'd love to have as many fans out as we can, and our guys feed off that crowd and off that energy. So everybody in that stands will help.
Ticket info, promo info, all online, MasonCityToros.com. Head coach of the Mason City Toros, Nick Bruneteau, thank you for being on. I appreciate it.
Of course, Joe. Anytime.
This is the Toros Podcast. I'm Joe Malone.